A scandal this loud doesn't stay hidden for long, but no one expected it to come from inside the family. When whispers about Chrissy's pregnancy started surfacing, fans shrugged it off as just another rumor. But when Jim Jones' own mother stepped forward and dropped a bombshell that turned speculation into suspicion, the entire industry froze. Was the pregnancy real? Or was it a twisted game of manipulation, loyalty, and legacy? One truth shattered years of public affection, and it came from the one woman Jim never questions, his mom. The betrayal wasn't just romantic, it was blood deep. This isn't just a story. It's an implosion, and it starts now. At first, it felt like just another tabloid whisper, background noise in a world constantly fueled by scandal. Chrissy Lampkin, the longtime partner of Jim Jones, had supposedly been spotted at a clinic in Midtown. She looked anxious, a little too secretive. Someone said it was a routine checkup. Others claimed it was something more. Then came the blurry photo of grainy, taken from a distance, but clear enough to see Chrissy stepping out of the clinic's private exit. Clutched in her hand? A small white paper bag labeled with a pregnancy test brand. That's all it took. Within hours, social media went into overdrive. Was Chrissy pregnant? Why the secrecy? Was she finally giving fans the moment they'd been begging for, a child with Jim after years of dating, proposals, and reality show tension? But just as quickly as the joy erupted, so did the doubts. Old interviews resurfaced, clips where Chrissy had openly talked about her hesitation to have children. "It's not that I don't want kids," she once told a host, "it's that I want them with the right energy, the right timing, the right man at the right mindset." Then came the leak. Someone claiming to work at the clinic anonymously posted on Reddit, saying the visit had nothing to do with a pregnancy checkup at all. She didn't come in for confirmation. She came in to ask how to fake one. The internet caught fire. People were stunned. Could it be true? Was Chrissy faking a pregnancy? And if so, why? That's when Jim Jones' mother, Nancy Jones, better known as Mama Jones, stepped into the chaos. Mama Jones has never been shy. Fans of love and hip-hop know her for her brutal honesty and no-nonsense attitude. Over the years, she's had a complicated relationship with Chrissy, one full of shade, side-eyes, and public confrontations. But this time, she wasn't throwing subtle digs. She was going for the jugular. In a live stream that quickly went viral, Mama Jones sat in her kitchen, looked directly at the camera, and said, "I told my son a long time ago, watch who you build with. Some women want your legacy, not your love." Fans leaned in. Then came the bombshell. Chrissy told him she was pregnant. Said she took a test. Showed him some photo. But when I asked her to show me the test in person, she got real quiet. Real. Defensive. That's when I knew something was off. Internet equals broken. Clips from Mama Jones live flooded every platform. Twitter threads broke down her words line by line. TikTok users reenacted the confrontation. The comments were brutal, confused, and captivated. Not Mama Jones spilling this like it's brunch gossip. Chrissy got caught in 4K by the OG. If Mama says it's fake, it's fake. But some fans weren't ready to believe it. They defended Chrissy, claiming this was just another chapter in the ongoing feud between her and Jim's mom. They said Mama Jones had always had it out for Chrissy. Then came the voicemail, another anonymous leak. This time, a voicemail allegedly from Chrissy to a friend. In the recording, a woman sounding just like Chrissy could be heard saying, "All I need is a few more weeks. Once he believes it's real, he'll finally marry me. I'm not starting over in my 40s. Silence fell across social media. Because if that voice truly belonged to Chrissy, it meant this wasn't just a lie, it was a manipulation of the deepest kind. The day after Mama Jones' explosive live stream, the industry braced itself for impact. Blogs, podcasts, and news outlets couldn't publish fast enough. Headlines were everywhere. Chrissy caught in pregnancy lie. Mama Jones exposes the scam. Jim Jones silent while internet burns. Within hours, it became clear, the scandal was spiraling out of control. Jim Jones' silence was deafening. No tweets. No Instagram stories. No press statements. But his absence only fueled more speculation. Was he blindsided? Was he heartbroken? Or was he plotting a silent revenge? Meanwhile, Chrissy's team attempted damage control. Her publicist released a short statement denying the voicemail's authenticity and accusing a bitter third party of manipulating audio to smear Chrissy's name. But the denial only made people dig deeper. A viral thread on X, formerly Twitter, broke down the voicemail, comparing the voice to previous interviews Chrissy had done. It was nearly identical. Even casual fans had to admit, it sounded like her. The internet turned on Chrissy fast. Old moments from Love and Hip Hop resurfaced where she'd gotten into heated arguments with Mama Jones. Viewers started painting a different narrative, one of a woman who had always been calculated, always playing the long game, and then, just When the dust seemed to settle, Mama Jones doubled down. In a follow-up video titled, "Receipts Don't Lie," she showed screenshots of texts she claimed were between Chrissy and one of her close friends. The texts were damning. They referenced faking ultrasound documents, searching for positive pregnancy test images online, and even using Jim's emotions as leverage. The public response? Explosive comment sections exploded. "She's not just toxic, she's strategic. Poor Jim, he really loved her. Mama Jones warned us for years." Jim's fanbase, known for their loyalty, began trending hashtags like #ProtectJimJones and #ChrissyExposed. YouTubers dropped reaction videos analyzing the scandal. Some influencers even called for Chrissy to be dropped from future television projects. One night later, Jim broke his silence. In a dimly lit video on Instagram Live, Jim spoke directly to his fans, voice low and eyes heavy. "I ain't here to bash nobody, but I'm hurt. I gave love, I gave loyalty, and I got played. All I ever wanted was peace and a family." The comment section blew up with support. Fellow artists chimed in with heart emojis, messages of strength, and offers of support. Then he dropped the bomb. "Sometimes, the people closest to you want what you have, not who you are." It wasn't a name. It didn't have to be. The emotional weight of the betrayal was beginning to show in Jim's demeanor. Friends close to him said he had moved out and was staying in a private rental. They said he was focused on music, recording day and night. Meanwhile, Chrissy went dark. No posts. No public appearances. No new episodes. Rumors swirled that she had checked into a private retreat out of state to escape the media frenzy. The industry began responding. A major clothing brand quietly ended its partnership with her. 2 podcast interviews scheduled for the following week were abruptly cancelled. Even longtime supporters in the entertainment world began distancing themselves. Then came the biggest twist yet. Cameron, yes, the same Cameron who fans suspected had something to do with Chrissy's business ventures, posted a cryptic reel of himself laughing while reading a blog post about the scandal. The caption read, "Told y'all. Loyalty's a lost art." The comments erupted. Some believed it was just shade. Others insisted Cam knew something, and had been sitting on the truth all along. This only added fuel to the conspiracy fire. People speculated that Chrissy may have collaborated with Cameron to push a fake narrative, to pressure Jim into marriage. Some even believed Cam had helped orchestrate the leak as a way to get back at Jim over old Dipset beefs. Was it far-fetched? Maybe. But this was hip-hop, and nothing's off the table. Meanwhile, Mama Jones wasn't finished. In an interview with The Breakfast Club, she said, "I ain't trying to be messy. But when I see my son hurt, I speak up. That woman had too many chances. I was patient. I was respectful. But this was evil." Her words echoed across social media. Clips from the interview hit millions of views in hours. Everyone had an opinion. And most of them weren't on Chrissy's side. Even celebrity gossip queen Wendy Williams commented during a live stream, "Chrissy thought she could outsmart Mama Jones? Oh honey, you don't outplay a mother's instinct." As the fallout continued, insiders close to Jim said he was working on a new track titled False Test. It was rumored to be a raw, emotional diss track exposing everything, from the manipulation to the silence to the years he felt gaslit, and fans were ready. Comment after comment read, "Drop it, King. We need the truth in bars. Let the music heal you." Meanwhile, Chrissy's silence remained her only defense. And the longer she stayed quiet, the louder the world around her became. And as the dust settled over this scorched landscape of love, lies, and legacy, one thing was crystal clear: this wasn't just a fake test. It was a real betrayal. As the storm raged on, the demand for answers reached a boiling point. Jim Jones, usually the stoic figure in rap drama, found himself thrust into the emotional spotlight. With every passing day, the weight of betrayal grew heavier, not just for him, but for everyone who had once believed in the fairy tale of Jim and Chrissy. 1 week after the voicemail and leaked texts made headlines, Jim announced he would speak in person, uncut and unfiltered. The live stream was titled "The Truth Hurts." Over 300,000 fans tuned in. He sat alone. No glam. No background music. Just a dimly lit room and raw emotion. "I didn't think I'd ever have to do this," he began, voice cracking slightly. "But too many people asking me if I'm okay. Too many people sending love. And too many lies." He explained how he first heard about the voicemail through a friend who was tagged in the clip. He didn't want to believe it. He called Chrissy immediately, but she didn't answer. He waited for her to come home. She never did. She ran. "That's how I knew. It was real," he said. "Then came the heartbreak. I was ready to marry that woman. I was planning it. Ring already in the safe. I was waiting for the right moment. She ain't know that. And I guess she couldn't wait either. Had to fake a baby to speed it up." Tears welled up in his eyes. For once, fans saw not just the Rapper, but the man, I ain't perfect. I've made mistakes. But I never lied to her. I never faked love. That was real. Always was. The clip of him saying those words would be replayed across every platform. Headlines read, Jim Jones breaks down Liv, he had the ring. Real love. Real lies. But even in heartbreak, Jim wasn't angry, he was disappointed. And that cut deeper. Behind the scenes, his team worked overtime to manage the wave. His label shifted the release date for his album to capitalize on the moment. His song False Test was confirmed and a snippet dropped the next day. In it, Jim rapped, you played with my bloodline just to get the headline / thought love was a chessboard, but this was the deadline. The verse went viral. Millions streamed the snippet before the full track even dropped. False Test debuted at #1 on several streaming charts and meanwhile, Chrissy remained silent. But insiders started whispering. One source close to her leaked that Chrissy had been receiving death threats and had relocated to a private estate in the Caribbean. Another claimed she was considering a tell-all interview, with 2 networks bidding for exclusive rights, but public sentiment had turned. A once beloved reality queen was now seen as a manipulator. Sponsors ghosted her. Former friends unfollowed. The silence only confirmed suspicions. Then, shockingly, Cameron stepped forward with a short interview on a YouTube podcast. He clarified, look, I had nothing to do with no fake pregnancy. But I did warn my brother. I told him, some things look too good to be true. He added, do I feel sorry for Jim? Yeah. Do I think Chrissy played him? Yeah. Do I think he'll bounce back? Hell yeah. And bounce back, he did. Jim was booked for multiple festivals. Interviews with platforms like The Breakfast Club and Hot 97 brought him a new wave of support. Fans praised his transparency, his music, and above all, his resilience. Mama Jones appeared in a final live stream, tearful but proud, my son walked through fire and didn't burn. That's strength. And that's real love, for himself. She closed the stream with one sentence that hit hard, love shouldn't hurt like this. By the end of the month, Chrissy resurfaced. In a heavily edited video posted to Instagram, she didn't deny anything. But she didn't confirm either. She simply said, I made mistakes. I was scared to lose someone I love. That doesn't excuse what happened, but it explains it. I'm stepping away from the spotlight for now. The comments were disabled. But the internet wasn't done. Podcasts broke it down. Fans debated her tone. Some believed it was the closest thing to an admission they'd ever get. Others felt it was calculated, too little, too late. And Jim? He kept moving. Tour dates, TV appearances, a book deal rumored to be in the works. And his album, now titled Legacy, went platinum in less than a month. In a closing post to fans, Jim wrote, thank you for riding with me through the mess. I came out cleaner, stronger, and smarter. This next chapter is mine, and it's real. And just like that, the scandal faded, but the lessons remained. Not every love story ends in forever. Not every pregnancy is a blessing. And not every silence is peace. Sometimes, the loudest truths are the ones you never wanted to hear, but needed to. If this story gripped you, shook you, or opened your eyes to the raw realities behind fame, loyalty, and betrayal, don't just scroll past. Like, comment, and share this video to keep the conversation going. Do you think Chrissy deserves a second chance? Was Mama Jones right to step in? Should Jim have seen it coming? We want to hear your voice. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this isn't the last time love, fame, and secrets collide. More exclusive insights, untold stories, and real talk are coming your way. Stay locked in and never miss a moment. Follow us for updates, drops, and drama you won't see anywhere else. Because in a world full of lies, we bring the truth to light. #real talk, #Jim Jones, #Chrissy scandal, #hip hop drama, #unfiltered.